If you currently or previously have suffered from low back pain, or if you simply and wisely want to prevent it, this class is for you. Worldwide, low back pain is the single leading cause of disability, and about 80% of adults at some point in their lives experience often debilitating low back pain, and I have been one of them. Unfortunately, most people are simply unaware that low back pain can be prevented by exercises that promote a well-balanced and resilient core. In our daily lives, we're constantly sitting, standing, lifting or bending, twisting, going to pick something up or put on our shoes, turning around to see behind us, not to mention the intense workouts we might put ourselves through or athletics we participate in, and all of these activities rely on core muscles. You need 360 degrees of your core to function optimally. And in this class, assisted by Danielle, I'm going to take you through a sequence that promotes the proper mechanics of core work so that you can be more strong, stable, and function at your highest optimal level. As always, if something doesn't feel right, leave it out. Otherwise, let's get started. So you're going to start on your hands and knees. And the first thing we want to do before we even start the first exercise, we always want to protect the spine. It's all about your spine. So we want to set up the proper joint alignment. So Danielle has her knees directly under her hips, hip distance, and her ankles directly behind her knees. Hands are under the shoulders. You can be a little wider. If you have broad shoulders, you can widen your hands just a little bit. And if your hips feel very tight here, you can walk your knees back just a little. Otherwise, you want to be right under it. So your pelvis is setting up for stability and your scapula is setting up for stability. We're going to start with a little spine warm-up called cat-cow. So on the inhale, starting with the feet, tuck the toes under and start to lift the tailbone and press into the floor, opening the chest, spinal extension. And on the exhale, tops of the feet down, take that full exhale to round, 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 tailbone, top of the head, doming the upper back. And again, inhale, tuck the toes, so really filling up with breath. And don't be afraid to hold the breath at the top. Fill up, fill up. And on the exhale, lengthen and round spinal flexion. And don't be afraid to stay empty, 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 empty. Lift navel to spine. And again, inhale. So you're expanding your lung capacity at the same time while you're getting mobility in the spine. And exhale, and some rehabilitation for the spine. And engaging your core, 360 degrees. And again, tuck, inhale, last one, lengthen, fill up with breath, spinal extension, which is a back bend. Exhale, tops of the feet down, round, 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 spinal flexion, which is this nice round spine. Now we're going to come back to neutral. Do tuck the toes under, come back to a neutral spine, so we're all nice and warm in our spine. And we're going to take this next exercise called bird dog or quadruped. So extend your right arm forward. We're going to set up the first one nice and slow, and then the left leg back. Now, her hand is reaching right out from the shoulder, scapula pulling down. Her heel is flexed right in line with her hip, so we're still stable here. I could rest a glass of water on her pelvis, on her sacrum, her lower back, and she's pulling her belly in and breathing naturally, spine's remaining neutral. And then slowly, she's been holding that one a while, come down, come down, come down. Other side, and we're going to hold and set up your joint alignment. Flex that heel, so you're really working from the back side of the body to initiate movement. And we're holding and pulling the scapula down, flexing through the heel. Danielle's really good at this, obviously making it look really easy. I know it's not. And then come down. Good. Now that we've set it up, put the body in place, we're going to move on the breath. So on the inhale, extend right arm, left leg, exhale, lower, nice and slow. Inhale, extend, navel in, exhale, keep that leg straight when you go out. Inhale, lengthen, reach, reach, good. Exhale, lower. Inhale, out, navel's pulling in, scapula's down, flex that heel, and again, lower. We're going to do a couple more, moving with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. So we're looking at the floor. Exhale, because the neck is part of the spine. Other side, neck is staying in line with the spine. Flex, flex, flex. and lower down. Good. Go ahead and take a child's pose to rest. Arms are still extended forward, so there's a little bit of activity, but we're relaxing the spine in this nice rounded position. And if you're at home, you can imagine my hands pressing into your lumbar here because it probably feels delicious. Good. Just letting that go, releasing. And now coming on to your tummy, all the way lying prone on your tummy, extending the arms forward, palms facing down. Good. So nice and pulled in the scapula. And we're going to pull the navel in here, and we're going to take an exercise called swimming, but we're going to start with a preparation. Extend the right arm and left leg out so much that they go up. The up is happening because of the out, and we're holding, still working the posterior chain, the back side of the body to initiate the movement, and lower down, lower down. Other side. Out, out, out so much that there's a lift. So the hips are still down. We still have a stable pelvis and a stable scapula. And lower down. One more preparation, slow. Reach right arm and left leg. So the navel's pulling in. We're still working 360 degrees of the core, and lower down, lower down. However, everything's being initiated. Other side, good. Hold from the back side. And lower. So now Danielle's going to take a breath, and so are you. And we're going to take this at a quicker pace. So inhale, lift everything up, and then swim up and down, good. And reach from the hips. The foot comes from the hip. The hands come from the shoulder. Your arms start in the back of your body. So everything's initiated here. Your legs are straight. Your navel's pulled in. Danielle makes it look like she could do this all day, and it's hard. She's working. I know it. And relax. Good. Take a breath and sit back in child's pose. Give yourself a break. Let your body go. Enjoy this position while you're in it. That was great. And then coming onto the back, setting up in a shoulder bridge position. So go ahead and lay down on your back, keeping the knees bent, feet flat. So again, we want to think about the proper joint alignment. So we're setting up hip bones, knees, ankles, right? And Danielle has heard me say it a million times, so she already put herself in this great place. And imagining that right between your thighs is about this much space, and you're squeezing something like a block or a ball, so that way when we do come up, the knees don't splay open. Shoulders down. Good. Danielle has this great ability to make everything look like she's just at a spa and getting a massage, even when she's working really hard, which is a beautiful thing. And go ahead, and we're going to start to curl one vertebrae at a time. The tailbone rolling, articulating the spine. Lift, 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 lift. Good. And you're breathing naturally here, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. So we're taking this pelvic curl, and we're rolling, rolling, rolling. Good. And the knees stay in line. And again, tuck and roll, articulating that spine, separating the bones of the back. Lift, feeling that glute squeeze, and lower. So once again, the posterior chain is initiating the movement, but this time we're facing up. It's pressing into the floor as opposed to just using gravity. And rolling, and still moving. Good. And keeping the arms active, but the shoulders pulled down. And maybe just lower the chin a hair to keep that cervical spine protected so the neck is not pressing into the floor. If you lower your chin just a little bit, it creates that space in your C7, your cervical 7 vertebrae. And one more. Roll up, lift, 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 and roll down. So now we've done all that spine articulation, and so we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to maintain the position of the legs, but this time the entire body lifts up in one piece. Squeeze, inhale, exhale, put it down. Exactly. And inhale, squeeze, exhale, lower. Remember that squeezing feeling between your inner thighs. Up. So you're really learning to have this control over the body. So you're imagining the thighs squeezing. Even though there's nothing there, you're working those muscles. Squeeze and lower. And we want to learn to have control over our body as opposed to being at its mercy. That's why we work so carefully with the breath and the concentration. We're really establishing that mind-body connection I always talk about. One more. Up and rest. Excellent. Take a breath and relax. Very nice. So we're going to set up for an exercise called dead bug. I'm going to have Danielle demonstrate the full position first and then show some modifications before we actually start the exercise so you can choose what's right for you. If your low back is feeling strong and healthy and you're just working on this to continue to build strength, the full position of the exercise is arms straight up to the sky, legs in tabletop, knees in line with hips, arms in line with shoulders, and ankles in line with knees here. So if you're having a little bit of a precarious time with your lower back right now and you're rehabbing it from injury, let's put the left foot down. And then when we work one side, the right side in the exercise, Danielle will take her right arm and right leg out, good, and not go too low, and exhale it in. You'll just stay on that side until it's time to switch. And then relax for a second, and then come back to the full position. The other option, option 2, is to place your hands against your thighs and offer yourself some leverage here, and then you maintain that on one side while we work the right side only from the arm up exactly, and we inhale out and exhale in. So those are your options. Otherwise, Danielle's going to take the full position, and we're going to start, and we're only going to work the right side to start. So inhale, extend the right arm and right leg, just pulling her belly in, and exhale back, and we're staying on the right side. And again, inhale. So this knee and shoulder arm are staying, exhale back right where they are. So she's really working on stability on the left side and mobility on the right side while she's working strength, 360 degrees of her core and the rest of her body, even though it looks like she's just relaxing. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do one more. Inhale, make sure you're right in line, and exhale. Now we switch to the left. So Danielle's going to stay where she is on the right side. Pull in, exhale. I know this is hard. This is hard for all of us. Inhale out, exhale. Take your time, follow the breath. Maintain your stability on the right side while you're working your mobility and strength on the left side. Good. Inhale out. Exhale in, one more. Inhale out, pull in, pull in. Exhale, and then just relax for a second. Then just go ahead and relax. So we're going to do one more variation. So one of the things we're working on is coordination. So bringing it back to position, we're going to work on opposition. So if you're keeping a foot down, you could just do what you just did again. Otherwise, we're taking it a step further. We're going to inhale, take the right arm and left leg out while the right leg and left arm stay still. Exhale, and then we alternate. Inhale, pulling in. So she's working on coordination, stability, mobility, strength, alignment, proper joint function. I could go on. And inhale, lengthen, getting it all in this one exercise. And good. Maintaining this. Good. It's hard. Imagine you have two hands here, keeping the stable side in place while you mobilize the other side. We're going to do one more each side. Inhale, then you get a break, and exhale. Good, last one. Inhale, and exhale. And then just relax. Hug your knees to your chest. Give them a little love. Give your low back a little love. So you're getting a little hip flexor stretch here and a little low back stretch. Just moving intuitively, exactly, just doing what feels good to your body. And then we've got our last exercise. So we're going to take that shoulder bridge position again. We're not doing shoulder bridge. You can walk your feet away a little bit. Good. So we have a nice joint alignment already set up because her body knew where to go. You're going to take your arms back behind your ears and pull the shoulders down. Spine is neutral. And we're going to follow the breath with this exercise. This is a very intense exercise for the anterior chain, which is what we've been working, the front side of the body. Even though we're still working breath, coordination, control, start the inhale with the arms only and follow the arms with the exhales. You lift your head and chest and reach forward. Empty all the breath out. Stay empty. Keep reaching. And the inhale, only the arms move. And exhale, it all comes down. So there's a flow with the breath. Inhale. So you're filling up with breath, and then exhale, emptying the breath and staying empty, pulling in, reaching forward. Inhale the arms and exhale all the way down. And Danielle still has her very relaxed face like she's getting a massage, and she is working very hard. And so don't worry if you're not making it look quite like this. We've done this a few times before. And again, we're going to make this last one slow. Exhale forward, reach, empty, reach, reach, empty. Pull in, inhale, arms only, and exhale, lower and relax. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest again and let it go. So we're just going to finish with a nice, delicious, gentle spinal twist, because we're going to rotate your spine. After all of that work, get a nice elongation as we rotate. So go ahead and take your arms out to a T with the palms facing down, and take the legs a little more in tabletop. We're going to let both knees fall over to the right, all the way, all the way, all the way, just letting gravity do its thing. So the spine is getting longer. Open and breathe into your chest. So again, I'm just giving a little extra lengthening to the lower back by pressing my hand into the gluteus muscle. Lengthen and breathe. Always breathe into where you feel the stretch. And then before we move, we always want to protect the spine. So engage the abdomen, lift the legs up through center, and then I'll get out of the way and she'll come to the other side. Good. And breathing. Good. So opening the chest, lengthening the spine, breathing, twisting, getting that nice, delicious stretch from all of that work she just did. And always engage the abdomen first, protect the spine, lift the legs up, and then just hug your knees to your chest. And maybe internally and externally give yourself a little smile and a little love for putting yourself through all this work and doing something good for your body and mind today. And continue that by going out and doing something else nice for yourself, and be proud of yourself for showing up. And I hope to see you again here on the mat for low back health or any of my other videos. Thank you so much.